everyone, it's Jody. I'm back with another tutorial. I am going to be using what little bit, I don't have a lot left. I'm going to be saving a little bit aside for my stash, but I'm using some more from the Seafoam Sunrise from Bargain Bead Box 2024 for March. Oh my gosh, it's a mouthful. I can't get it all out. So we're going to be making a bracelet today, and I've done kind of similar styles in the past, but I couldn't resist doing another bracelet like this. And it's going to be a little bit different because I did bring some of my own pieces in, and I will show you those as we go through them. I don't have a ton of the real, big beads left. I have some of these mint ones, and yes, I did put some of that spray on it. I can't think of the name right now, but I will link that. I found it on Amazon so that they won't bleed. I will have some of these crystals left for my stash. I may make a really easy set of earrings with these, and maybe I'll do that at the end of the video. And I have some ear wires, and I have a bunch of these little teeny tinies left. And you guys know I love my teeny tinies, so those will definitely be going to my stash. But then that's really about it. That's gonna go back to my stash. I have a little pile here of some things that I had, like I said, in my own stash, and then some from the box, and I thought they would just team up and make the most perfect bracelet. So we're gonna go to the beach, and we're gonna watch the sunrise, and we're gonna drink our coffee or our hot tea or our water or whatever we drink in the morning to get us going, and we are going to experience that today. So that's what I'm thinking, because it's chilly here. All right, everyone, I'm going to turn you around and we'll get started. Okay, everyone, this is what we have. I have some bead stringing wire. I have approximately 8.5 inches for my wrist. I have some of the wire guardians and crimp tubes that we'll need for the ends of it. I have a toggle clasp. I have some bead caps. I have this really cute check glass shell that I got from the sister store last summer, and we're going to use him as a dangle. This is something that's from my stash too. I think you guys watched me do something with this before. So Tamara Scott Designs has these mirage beads, and they're so pretty. And my hands are cold, so it's taken a little bit for it to change colors. So when it warms up, it changes colors. See how it has all that green and blue in it? So I thought that would be perfect, especially, for something that's going to be kind of sunny and summery. So we have that. We do have some of the agate left, and we have some of the flower amazonite left, and the other amazonite. I brought these little spacers from my stash, these shell hishy beads from my stash, and we are using some of the crystals and the little tiny amazonite faceted beads as well for dangles, because we're going to make like a little bunch at the one end. So I know we've done some similar to that before, but it just makes such a cute bracelet, and I love stuff that's dangly and fun. I did do most of the wire wrap loops off camera to save us a little bit of time, but I am going to do a few here with you in case you are new to this channel and new to beading. This is something that you're probably going to want to know how to do. So we're going to do wire wrap loops in this video. So I know that the holes in these beads are a little bit larger than, see how that ball head pin just slips right through. So I'm choosing to use these tiny little beads on these, some of these, because the head pin is so small. So, and the reason why we're doing wire wrap loops is because we're going to treat these dangles like beads. So if you remember in one of my videos, we did that before, and we used like little spacer beads in between. This time we're not going to. We're just going to let them all kind of bunch up together, and it's going to look really cute. So I put my little small bead down there first, and then I'm going to grab one of my crystals and just feed that on my head pin. And now the ones with the ball in the end are usually a lot softer, and they're a much softer gauge or thinner gauge than the other ones. So that's why we're also doing this. If they were the flat ones or ones that were thicker, we could definitely just do a simple loop and it would be fine. So I'm going to grab the bead with my round nose pliers right where the wire goes into the bead. And I'm just going to flip that wire over the top flip my wrist. Now my pliers are pointing this way, and you can see my wire is coming out the center between the two, and my bead's right there. Then we're going to take our wire and just roll it over the top of my round nose pliers. And now you can tell I'm not going to be able to do anything, right? But that's okay. So we just flip our wrists back, and now we're able to bring our wire underneath those pliers like that. Okay? And sometimes I just leave them right on these pliers, especially with these really fine gauge head pins, because they're not going to really move the loop very much. And if it does, I can always adjust it with my regular pliers, my chain nose pliers. So I'm just going to grab the end of that, and we're just going to wrap it around until we're satisfied with our wrap. And see, and that's what it looks like. All right, and then we can trim off this little tail. You want to get it as close to the piece as you can without cracking or cutting your bead. And then if you have any little stragglers, you can just smush them down with your pliers, fix your loop, and there we go. All right, so we'll do 2 more of these real quick. I say real quick and then I can't feed it. You guys know that this is always my struggle. All right, so here's another one, and we'll do this one real quick. I'll show you the steps. Well, today is Tuesday, and I'm trying to get some videos done. Oh, I have an announcement. So I was invited by Rachel from Sam's Bead Box to join them as a maker and a bunch of other wonderful artists on this coming Friday, the 22nd. It's from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern time. That's the time zone I'm in. So you'll have to do your little time zone math and figure that out. But from 6 to 7, they're going to be doing a YouTube live. And they invited me to join along and make something from March's bead box. And I will be joining. So I hope you guys check that out Friday evening or whatever time it is for you guys. And you'll see all kinds of wonderful artists on there. I don't have a list of any names, but I'm sure they'll probably announce it. But yeah, so I'm definitely going to go do that, and that should be fun and exciting. So I'm really, really excited to join a bunch of other people who enjoy doing the things that I enjoy doing too. It's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and use this wonderful little contraption my friend Teresa got me, and we're going to clip it right on my strand so we don't lose anything. And this is just a bead bug in case you've never seen one before. You might be thinking, what in the world is that? And then we're going to go ahead and try to set this up like the beach. So I imagine like the sand would look like these colors, right? So they would be that really pretty, like, maybe not really a white sand, but kind of beigey, kind of whitish. I'm gonna grab some of these little bead caps because we're gonna want some of those small ones. And we're just gonna start with those. Okay, and we'll probably do 3 here. Very pretty. And then I think we're gonna go ahead and throw on one of these little bead caps facing the opposite direction. And we're going to do a few of these really pretty Amazonite shiny beads. Do a couple of those. All right. Get those out of the way. And then let's go ahead and put on our big bead. So, but the thing is like I want to do a couple things first. Like let's put on some of these really cool little spacers. Get these on there. We got those on. And now we want to use a bigger bead cap. Where are they? There they are. And I'm going to grab a couple of these little teeny tinies because they will fit perfect. And it'll just lift it just enough away from that spacer to give it a little definition. So let's go ahead and do that. And let's put on our color changing bead. I will put a link to finding these really cool beads, by the way, in the show notes below too. So if you guys are curious and want to check those out, you absolutely can. All right, so then we're here. And then we're gonna go right into our little dangles. So let's go ahead and grab that. And we're just gonna put them on however they land. And it's not gonna make a really big bunch of dangles. Like it's not gonna be very wide, right? But it's gonna be enough to make it kind of stand out and be just really fun right up next to that large bead. And like I said, I'm just feeding them on however they land. I'm not grabbing any colors. I don't care if the colors fall by each other because the way they're all going to rest together, it's not really going to matter. Just keep putting those on. Got a couple little babies in there. And let's see how that bunch looks. Okay, so that's what it's gonna end up looking like. So it's kind of like you made one really large bead out of beads, right? It's kind of cool. So we're gonna do that and we're gonna continue until we're finished with these, which we're almost done. And let me grab this one. Do this and this one. That one, and then this little tiny little baby. All right, so that's what that looks like, which I think looks really, really cool. It looks really amazing. All right, so, but we're not done, right? We have more stuff to go. So I'm gonna grab another one of those little teeny tinies. I might as well throw a couple out here because we're probably not needing them. There's our little spacers. And then I want to dip right into that sunset color. So we're going to use some of that beautiful agate that we have here, along with some bead caps. And I'm just going to toss the bead cap on there. And we're going to have this really gorgeous sunrise. Let's use a couple spacers. Oh, those two are like painted together. We'll just use one spacer here. And like so, another bead cap, and one more, so like that. Ooh, look at that, it has some sparkle right there in it. That's beautiful. All right, so this bracelet is getting there, but now we want to do some more stuff. So we have these really wonderful little Haitian style shell beads that I really want to use. There's going to be a lot going on with this bracelet, and I'm all about it. I love it when there's a lot going on with a piece of jewelry that you wear on your wrist. It just makes it, I don't know, just so much fun to look at, and it just grabs the attention of everybody around. Everyone wants to see what you're wearing. And we're just going to string on a few of these. I'm not even counting them. And then we'll do a couple of these copper spacers. And then just do some more. And it looks like we'll have time to do a real simple earring tutorial right after this. It's going to be a really, really simple earrings, you guys, because I've been looking at those and I can't see anything other than earring right now at this point. So and I was fiddling around with one of them earlier today, and I couldn't quite get what I needed to get from it. And I don't know, maybe I'm just not patient enough some days. I was trying to do some wire wrapping on it and it wasn't working out for me. So I'm like, fine, then you will become a simple pair of earrings. But you know what? Who doesn't love a simple pair of earrings, right? We all love them. All right, so then we're going to want to end this somehow. So let's use our little spacers to end this. Let's double check our length here. And yep, we are good to do that. All right, so we're going to use one more bead, and I think we should use this guy. He's all by himself. All right, so now that we have that, we can go ahead and do the other things that we want to do. I'm just going to pick all this up real fast, get it out of our way. And I hope I was staying on camera. I was kind of reviewing my last video, and I noticed I kind of drifted off a couple times, and I do apologize for that. All right, so now we just have these little guys left. And we're going to go ahead and thread on our crimp tube, and I'm using a number 2 crimp tube from Bead. And then our wire guardians, put that on. And I could have cut my strand a little bit longer, but I was trying to be efficient, and I don't know, that's what I get for trying to be efficient, I guess. But that's okay, because we can still make it. And then I'm going to just string right on half of my toggle, like so. I'm going to scoot that crimp tube up towards my wire guardian. I'm not using a lot of bead stringing wire here, so it might be a little hard to see, but I'm just scooting that up towards my wire guardian. And then if you don't have a pair of crimping pliers, you're going to want to get some. These were just real basic ones. I think I might have gotten them at either Michael's or Hobby Lobby when I first started. I know that there are some people out there that use the Soft Flex ones with their, they have like a perfect crimp, certain kind of like brand, and it's a crimping pliers and special crimp beads that you use with it that make them actually look like a bead, and it's pretty amazing. And I haven't bought them yet because I keep thinking, well, you know, this is what I've been using this whole time. If it's not broke, don't fix it. But eventually I'm going to want, my curiosity is going to get the better of me, and I'm going to want to get them and try them out. So it'll probably happen. All right. And then we're just going to do the same thing on this side. Just like so. And let's go ahead and string our other half of our toggle right directly on to our wire. Goodness. And our wire guardian. Nope, that's not going to fit through. So this is when you end up using a jump ring. So we're going to go ahead and finish this one off. And then we're going to use a jump ring. And we might be better off using a jump ring anyway, just because I want to hang a dangle or two from something. So and it's better to hang it from a jump ring than to hang it from like the wire guardian itself or anything like that. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and crimp this off. A nice little crimp here. There we go. And then we can trim off our wire, or you can tuck it into a bead. Either way is fine. I usually like to tuck them into a bead, but this one's so short because I didn't give myself like any extra really at all to speak of. So I just decided to just trim it right off. Okay, so here's our bracelet, and I left a little bit of movement in it because you want these to be able to move around a little bit. And now I just need a jump ring. Let me grab that real quick. And I thought I had those colored jump rings out here, but I don't. So I'm just gonna grab them. All right, so now I have them. And I'm gonna wanna use like a decent size one. So probably like a, I think, no, that's too big. Oh, I keep grabbing the same size. Oh my goodness, you guys. This is my one that tipped over and they're all mixed together because I think my other one is out in the living room. Good place for it, right? All right, so we have about a 5mm jump ring here. So we're gonna use that. Okay, and let's go ahead and just open that right up. And hook it right on. Well, you know what? I'm silly. I did the jump ring on the wrong side because you don't want to put a dangle where you're going to put the toggle, where you have like the toggle that you put through the other one. Silly. That's all right. We'll just hang it in between some beads then and make it really fun. Okay. There's always a way to fix what you meant to do but didn't do. You know what I mean? There's always a way to fix that. All right, so there's our bracelet. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this little guy here and a head pin. And we're gonna grab a smaller jump ring here. So probably, again, another like 4 or 5mm jump ring. And let's go ahead and feed this little guy right on here. And we're gonna do another wire wrap loop. So here's another opportunity for you to see another wire wrap loop. And it's gonna be a short wrap because there's not a lot of beading wire left. Or, yeah, head pin left. So we're just gonna do a wrap, and that's gonna be good. So we got around there 2 times. Let's go ahead and fix our little loop and cut off what we don't need. I'm really hoping that Beadbox Bargains gets more of these little shells. These were so cute. I must have bought so many shells last year. I bought them in all the colors they had. And I mean, they're just so cute. And they would even make like the perfect little earring or the perfect like little mini pendant. They're just adorable. All right, so now we're gonna find a cute spot to hang this little guy here. So let's go ahead and open this up. There we go. And how about right between these 2 beads? That looks right about perfect. And then we can just close it off. And there we go. There is our little bracelet. And it says, meet me at the beach in the morning and we'll watch the sun come up and we'll collect some shells and it'll be beautiful. That's what it says to me. And hopefully that's what I'll be doing in about 5 weeks in the morning. So there's that. And now that we do have a few moments, I will go ahead and make a real simple pair of earrings just so that we had a little bit left. And then since I'm gonna call this box done, stay tuned at the end because I'll go ahead and do a quick showcase too, and you guys can see everything that we've accomplished together with this bead box. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I went ahead and grabbed some beads. I have a couple of the light colored ones left. I have a couple of these agates left, so we're gonna use those. And I have 4 eye pins, I have 4 bead caps, and I brought over 4 of these little blue beads. So we're gonna go ahead and just make a real simple pair of earrings. Everybody likes simple. I know I like simple. So let's go ahead and let's see if these little beads will fit right on these eye pins. They might not. Yeah, that's what I thought. Maybe it's just that one eye pin. Sometimes these little tiny beads you will never get on an eye pin or a head pin, and they're so tiny that you would hate to try to make that hole larger. So we'll just go ahead and skip those, and those will just end up going to my stash, and it's absolutely fine. So let's put on our bead cap and our agate. And see now, look guys, these colors aren't exactly the same, and it's okay. I want you to understand that it's really okay if your colors are not the same. So we're going to do a simple loop this time. So I'm just grabbing my bead and I'm bending the wire straight over in a 90-degree angle. And then I'm going to come in with my cutters and I'm going to cut off everything that I don't need to make this loop. So I'm leaving about a 1/4 of an inch there. And I use my finger to measure that. And then just roll that back until you get your loop. And there's our loop. And you may have to do some straightening out. Just make sure your loop is closed all the way. There we go. And then let's move on to the next one. And this one is not going to get any bead caps. It's going to just stay the way it is. But we're going to do the same thing. Just bend it straight over. Clip it off. And roll back. All right, let's put together one earring so we can see what it looks like. And then we will do the other one. So we're not going to use any jump rings. We don't want a lot of space in between all of our items, our filigree, and our beads. So we're just going to treat our eye pin like a jump ring, and we're going to twist it open just like you would any other jump ring, and just make sure it's closed all the way. So again, like I said, real simple pair of earrings, but really cute too. And sometimes you just need a little bit of simplicity in your life just to make things so much easier. Now, if you're worried about the length of these, you can do just one bead, or you can do no beads at all. You can hang it directly on there and it would be absolutely fine. So use whatever, judgment you like for, what you think you would like to wear, and just do it that way. Oh, I was hanging it backwards. There we go. All right, so now we have this little cute little simple stacked earring. All right, so that was easy, right? So let's go ahead and do the other one real quick. There we go. And then, like I said, if you stay tuned, I'll be back and we'll do our showcase for March's Bargain Bead Box Seafoam Sunrise. I'll have to clear off my desk a little bit too, because it's a hot mess. Always is a hot mess. That's how you know you're a good artist, right? Because your surroundings are chaos. That's what I like to say. It helps me feel better. All right. Got that last one done there. And let's go ahead and put this one together, and then I will actually try these on for you real quick so you can see what it looks like, and then we'll be back with our showcase. We got all kinds of fun stuff in here, and I can't believe I've used this entire box already, and I only have a little bit left to go back to the stash. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. It usually takes me a lot longer to use up a box, but you can tell when I'm really digging a color scheme or whatever, because I end up going through those beads so super fast. All right, and then just want to make sure I'm going to hang this the right way. Sometimes I get these ear wires backwards and I'm like, nope, that's not what I wanted to do. All right. And there we go. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and put this bracelet on now. And then I'll flip this around and I will show you the earrings on so you can see where they hang. And then we'll continue on with our showcase. Okay, I can already tell I love this bracelet, and this is going with me on vacation for sure. These are the colors, you guys. All right, so here's the top, and you can see, look, my skin's changing that color. Look how pretty that is. So you can imagine being out like in the sun, it's gonna make those colors really pop out, and it just gives it a little more character. And then there's our fun little bunch. And then here's the other side with our cute little seashell dangle and our shell beads and our agate, and it looks really darling. All right, you guys, I'm gonna flip this around real quick and I'll show you the earrings. Okay, everyone, here's the earrings. And you can see they are a little bit longer, but that's okay. I like them longer. But remember, you don't need to put all this in here. You can just use the filigree, or you can just use one bead or tiny beads, whatever you like. I do know that some people have been painting these or even doing patina finish on them so that they looked aged. And I don't know how to do that, but that's one of my things I want to learn how to do. So that's going to be something that hopefully I can do, and we can share it in a tutorial. And here's the bracelet, and see there's a little chunky funness, and look how pretty that bead ended up turning because of my warm wrist. And then here's the rest of it, and it just looks so cute, and it looks very, very much beachy, and definitely attention grabbing. So now let's just take a look and see what all we have left. So I have probably about 20 of these crystals left, not much, but they're gonna go right into my stash. I have like 3 sets of ear wires left that'll go right into my stash. I have, for my bead soup, some Amazonite, like 1 regular one and 2 flower ones left. Look at that, no agate left. Bunch of the teeny tiny Amazonite beads left. And I only have these mint ones left. So this is all I'm putting back into my stash from this box. And I got 2 pairs of earrings, 2 bracelets, and 2 necklaces out of it. And the thing is one of the bracelets was multi-strand and one of the necklaces was multi-strand. So that's using a lot of beads. I did not skimp on those beads, you guys. So it's a good value for sure. And just a reminder, if you have not signed up and you want to, just click on the link below, put Jody2 in at checkout, and you'll get $2 off your first box. If you aren't ready to take that dive yet, which I understand, it took me well over a year to take that plunge, and you can use that same promo code at beadboxbargains.com at checkout, and you'll save $2 off your order. So if you just want to test the waters, maybe you found some beads that you really liked and you're like, I just want to get those beads, use that promo code, save yourself a couple bucks and get them sent to you. And they have the best customer service, and the group that they have on Facebook that you can join and be a part of and share your designs and get ideas from other artists too. It's amazing. So if you want to do that, don't forget, just click that link there. You'll save $2 and you'll be really happy. You'll be really, really happy. So that's all I've got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this finale of Seafoam Sunrise, and thank you for being with me through this whole time. I really enjoyed it. Love you guys. Bye. Okay, so it's not gonna matter. You can see the mess that I have behind my stuff anyway. So this is the earrings and the bracelet that we just made. And I was trying them on, but then I realized I didn't hit record. So we're just gonna see them just like this. And here's the bracelet. I might do just another quick try on real quick at the end, just so you guys can see them on me. And this is the necklace that I made. It was the very first one that I made with this bead box. And I do have tutorials for everything that you see here. You just gotta go look for all the Seafoam Sunrise tutorials. So here is that, and this is kind of a happy accident. Look at, there's my little cluster of beads, and there's my little cluster of beads, and that's kind of cool. They kind of go together. So that is the ones that we made today, and then my very first necklace that I made. So that's one complete set so far: a bracelet, a necklace, and earrings. They may not all go together, but it's kind of like one complete set. So there's that. Okay, and then this one I did in two tutorials. Oh my goodness, I can't say that very well. So first we have, we did the bracelet and the earrings in one, and this is a nice little 3-strand bracelet, and there is a tutorial for that. So you can definitely find that one, and the little earrings. And then I did this multi-strand necklace, and this goes completely together, absolutely completely together. So that one there's a tutorial for as well. And you can see I used a lot of my own things in here too. There's a lot of my spacers in there. I ended up using all the chain from this box. So total, I made 2 bracelets, 2 sets of earrings, and 2 necklaces from this box. And I still have quite a bit left over. I'm going to show you what I have left over for my stash. And I will try on the stuff that we made today so you can see it on me. And this time I'll hit record. I'll be right back.